What up, what up, what up, what up? Y'all already know who it is. It's your boy Psycho Twist #1, and we back with another react. Let's check out this business with these drill rappers getting hit. I ain't gonna hold you too long. Let's get to it.
There's a popular saying that goes, live by the gun, die by the gun. This saying teaches us that the lifestyles we choose to live can often have unintended yet predictable outcomes. The subjects of today's video would come face to face with this lesson. In today's video, we'll be telling the stories of 3 rappers that died while in the act of trying to kill another person. But before we get into the video, please be sure to like and subscribe.
Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Show your boy some love.
Big Bucks Elo, real name Elijah McKinney, was from St. Louis, Missouri. Similar to cities like Chicago, Philadelphia, and New Orleans, murder is commonplace in St. Louis. According to CBS News, it's the second most dangerous city in America. St. Louis has heavy gang activity going on, and Elo was involved. He was a member of a gang called Big Bucks. Big Bucks primarily consists of 6 Deuce Crips, and they reside on Solway Avenue in North St. Louis. Elo was known for allegedly being a top shooter in his crew and was thirsty to go after his opposition. St. Louis, similar to many cities with heavy gang activity, contained many gang members that also rapped. Elo was a drill rapper, and his songs primarily served as disses to his ops and described his life in the streets. One of Big Buck's main ops is another crew called The Six. On December 5th, 2016, Elo lost a close friend of his named Rookie.
One of my questions is, where did all of this drill rap start from? Like hitting your ops up and all of this and that, because it's getting a lot of us killed out here, man. I want to know where that came from. Like, who started that shit, man? Shit crazy. Got folks crashing out
Real name
instead of coming together.
Monty H., who died as a result of a drive-by shooting. It's rumored that members of the Six were allegedly responsible for this. More specifically, a rapper from the Six named KB6. Years down the line, Elo would run into KB6 and would go on a wild mission to kill him in order to avenge Rookie. That mission would ultimately cost Elo his life.
Get to that breaking news we are covering for you in North St.
I am familiar with the get back or whatever that they doing or whatever. But it's like it's never ending. It's not gonna stop because everybody want to try to get some get back or try to make themselves relevant in a situation when like it's not necessary. It's not cool to even be doing.
St. Louis. Police telling us several people have been shot and 3 of them have died. This happened just before 2 o'clock this afternoon in the Walnut Park West neighborhood.
On July 29th, 2020, Elo, his friend named Day Sav, real name Dejan Nearing, and another friend named J2Z, real name Joshua Emerson, were in a stolen car riding through the 5500 block of Floyd Avenue at about 1:40 p.m. Elo was the driver, Day Sav was in the front passenger seat, and J2Z was in the back. As they were driving, they spotted KB. Upon spotting him, they opened fire, shooting him multiple times. Members of the Six were in the area and started shooting back at Elo and his crew, leading to a full-blown shootout. People who lived nearby told police they heard non-stop gunshots. During this shootout, both Elo, Day Sav, and J2Z were all shot repeatedly. In the aftermath, KB, Elo, and Day Sav were all pronounced dead at the scene. KB was just 22 years old, and Elo and Day Sav were just 18 years old. J2Z, who was 17 at the time, was taken to the hospital and ultimately survived his injuries. The killers of Elo and Day Sav weren't charged, most likely due to self-defense. J2Z was actually the one charged with all three murders. He was officially charged with 1 count of first-degree murder for the death of KB and 2 counts of second-degree murder for the deaths of Elo and Day Sav. Missouri law allows prosecutors to file murder charges if someone dies during the commission of a felony, even if the defendant did not directly cause the death. After 3 years, those charges were ultimately dismissed without prejudice, meaning they could possibly be filed again at a later date. The reason Jay's charges were dropped is because all of the possible witnesses refused to respond and show up to
With Google Play Games, you can play unlocked. Unlock
My
bigger
bad, y'all.
screen
Work with me, work with me. I do not have friends.
and better controls.
We're gonna get it right though. We're gonna get it soon though. Don't worry about that. We're gonna make that happen.
witnesses refused to respond and show up to court. In the end, Elo achieved his goal of killing his bitter enemy, but suffered the ultimate consequence as a result. Blumberg G's, real name Anthony Watson, was from North Philadelphia. He was a member of a sect called Blumberg, also known as the Black Flags. The Black Flags primarily beef with Zoo Gang, Diamond Street, and Burke Street /2418. Blumberg G's would eventually start rapping and built a reputation for himself in the streets. Most of his songs were about killing his enemies. He was known for always being willing to go on a drill and never hesitating to fire his gun. This mentality would lead to G's eventually getting charged with murder. On August 23, 2020, a rival gang member to G's named Little Ranger, real name Hayward Garrison, was in the 2200 block of Diamond Street just after 1 a.m. when a gunman pulled up and opened fire. Little Ranger was struck, then he reportedly ran to the corner of Van Pelt and Diamond Street where he collapsed and was quickly picked up by a passing vehicle. While the car was driving to the hospital, the occupants flagged down a police cruiser that was responding to the shooting. Little Ranger was placed in the police car and taken to Temple Hospital, where he passed away just after 1:30 a.m. at just 16 years old. Blumberg G's was allegedly the gunman in this incident. It is widely rumored that Little Ranger allegedly killed a Black Flag member named 40 earlier that year, and this is why Blumberg G's allegedly killed him. Blumberg G's was officially charged for the 2020 murder of Little Ranger in March of.
See what I mean about it? It's not gonna stop, bro. Somebody gonna continue to go. Somebody gonna be on go all the time. So like,
2022, and he
you
was placed on
losing people,
Philadelphia's
man.
most wanted list. Rather than turn himself in, G's would go on the run. While on the run, he didn't keep a low profile. Similar to the rapper Take K, he continued to make music and post music videos on his YouTube channel despite the fact that he was on the most wanted list and the police were looking for him. G's was on the run for over a year and was never caught. Ultimately, the police would never get the chance to arrest him, as G's would lose his life while attempting to kill one of his enemies. On May 31st, 2023, G's was sliding on members of Zoo Gang in the 1800 block of North Woodstock Street just after 8:15 p.m. Once spotting some of his ops, gunfire erupted. In the aftermath, G's was shot once in the head and was then rushed to Temple University Hospital. 4 hours later, he would succumb to his injuries and be officially pronounced dead at just 21 years old. Members of Zoo Gang would claim that they were the ones that killed G's as he tried to slide on them, but members of the Black Flags and people online would claim that G's was accidentally killed by friendly fire by the person he was sliding with. The truth of what happened has not yet been officially confirmed. G's was wearing gloves and a mask when he died, so it was clear that he was.
Man, you sliding on somebody else and get hit, my boy. Like, do y'all playing this shit? I'm not encouraging or anything, but it's like y'all just spare the moment, like y'all just jump out there and just go do it. Or it's in the heat of the moment, you catch an op and you just decide to go ahead and get with the program and blow them down. Like y'all don't sit and think about this shit first, bro. Y'all just crash out, just go straight dumb. I'm just trying to see. I want to understand. Like, this shit crazy.
On a drill when it happened. Bloodhound Little Jeff, real name Jeffrey Harris, is a rapper
Now,
and
them
gang
other two
member from
cats
the
I
east
ain't
side
heard
of
about though, but I
Chicago.
know about
He
Lil
had two
Jeff.
brothers and was raised primarily by his mother, as his dad wasn't really around. He quit playing basketball after he didn't make the varsity team, so he looked for something else to do with his life. His rough upbringing led to him gravitating towards the streets. When Jeff was just 14 years old, his house was shot up and a bullet flew by his face, nearly hitting him. His older
Dang.
brother was active in the streets and would introduce Jeff to it. He officially jumped off the porch at 18 years old. Jeff was a member of Drill City / Bloodhound, which claims the area of 79th and Maryland. They beef with BKN, Trap City, TYMB, 8 Trey Mob, and 800. Little Jeff was wild. He got a bullet tattooed on his face, but was always on Instagram Live dropping his location and displaying heavy
I know
artillery.
that area.
Little Jeff became well known because he openly bragged on numerous occasions that he killed over 10 people and that he was a top killer in Chicago. The Bloodhound's primary beef is with another group called Trap City. Trap City and the Bloodhounds actually used to be cool with each other, but according to an interview Trap City members did, the beef started after members of the Bloodhounds allegedly stole a chain from a Trap City member. Both sides would start dissing each other, and eventually things escalated to bloodshed. On March 16, 2023, a beloved member of the Bloodhounds named Z-Money, real name Zaire Nelson, was shot and killed. It is widely believed that Trap City was allegedly responsible for this murder. Little Jeff said in an interview that the death of Z-Money made him see red and made him cold-hearted. About 3 months later, Little Jeff would allegedly avenge Z-Money's death. On June 25, 2023, a Trap City member named Leo, real name Jaleel Goins, had just got into the back seat of a Lyft ride in the 1300 block of West Taylor Street in Little Italy just before 9 p.m. when another car approached. Someone inside hopped out, walked up to the backseat window where Leo was sitting, and opened fire. Leo was shot multiple times and rushed to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead at just 19 years old. Little Jeff
hit that boy inside the Uber. Why they hit the man inside the Uber, man? The Uber driver ain't got nothing to do with this. Don't show folks in, man. Folks in the shot don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. That's my city, though. You know what I'm talking about, but man, look, man, somebody else car and shit. But, man, there's way more worse to go on out there than that, though. You know what I'm talking about? Did the Uber driver get hit?
and other members of Bloodhound went on social media and pretty much openly confessed to being responsible for Leo's murder and that it was a get back for Z-Money. Following this incident, Little Jeff would continue to kill. Little Jeff and Bloodhound used to be cool with members of BKN. In fact, there's videos of Jeff online hanging out with them. Well, everything changed after Jeff was allegedly robbed by BKN members for his watches. This made him want to get back at them as soon as possible. Well, he would allegedly do so in a horrific manner. On January 26, 2024, a BKN member named Monty, real name Ontario Williams, and another young man named Little Rob, real name Robert Boston, were standing outside of their school, Innovations High School, when a group of masked gunmen jumped out of two vehicles in front of the school and opened fire.
Hit the boys
The
up
gunmen
in
let
school.
off dozens of shots, striking Monty and Little Rob multiple times in the chest. Both were rushed to the hospital, where Monty would be pronounced dead at just 17 years old, and Little Rob would be pronounced dead at just 16 years old.
About? They don't
Following
care,
this
bro.
double
They
homicide, Little
you.
Jeff went on social media, openly bragging about being responsible, claiming that he and his crew killed them because they stole from him. Jeff had already started
That's
rapping
his
at this
answer.
point,
They
but he
don't
hadn't
plan
had
none
that
of this
much
shit. They just
success.
get with it.
Him bragging so openly about this double murder actually made him go viral online, and all of his music began to boost in popularity. As his music was rising in popularity and people began to learn of his story and claims of allegedly having over 10 bodies, Jeff's fame continued to grow at a fast pace. Despite his rising fame and finances, Little Jeff could never get over his bloodthirst, especially for members of Trap City. This bloodthirst would lead to his untimely death. On June 8, 2024, Little Jeff was in the 6600 block of South Roads at 5:14 p.m. with other members of the Bloodhounds looking for Trap City members.
So you just didn't know when to stop. You just had to keep going. See, that's another thing I'm talking about too, and the point I'm making too. Like they just keep going, they don't stop. Like instead of trying to find a way to calm it
Once they
down, man,
spotted
y'all
one,
niggas
Little
still
Jeff hopped
going.
out of the car shooting and chased his victim into a house. Once he reached the steps of the house,
Oh
someone within the
yeah,
house
I heard
returned
about that
fire
one.
and shot Jeff in the
Got
chest.
blew down
The
right
shooter then
there.
stood over Jeff and shot him up to 15 times. The
Man,
people with Jeff shot
that
back,
was
but it
overkill
was
right
too
there.
late. Once the gunfire ended, Jeff's crew transported him to the hospital where he was pronounced dead at just 21 years old. The whole shootout was caught on camera and the footage went viral online. A member of Trap City named Rob is believed to be the gunman that killed Jeff. Rob is currently locked up for a separate gun charge. He was not charged with the murder of Jeff, likely due to Chicago's mutual combat law that has been applied to other Chicago shootouts in the past.
For
Following his
self-defense,
death, Little Jeff's
combat law,
notoriety has grown to
self-defense.
new heights and he has become the face of modern drill music. This lifestyle is crazy.
They hit the
There's
boy
truly no
19 times
winners.
though.
It seems like everyone's story ends in one or two sad outcomes. Stay out of
Dead
the
or locked up.
streets. RIP to everyone who passed away in this video. Let me know if you guys want a part 2, and please be sure to like and subscribe.
And you dead or locked up. One of the two. And they blew that man, Lil Jeff blew that man down at the door and then hit him 19 times. My thing with that though, cause I kind of seen that on here. When he got hit, everybody ran. No, it was some of them that tried to come back and help him up or whatever. But whatever dude was shooting with, they couldn't get close to that man. And then I ain't see nobody really shoot back to try to, you know what I'm saying, defend that. And ain't nobody slid for him either. So if that's the case, if it's such a big deal on sliding for somebody that done passed, like what happened with this? Not to say that I'm encouraging it or I support it or anything like that, but y'all slick ran off in the video, bro, and y'all blowing. Come on, man, make it make sense. It's your boy Psycho Twist, man. I want y'all to I would like for y'all to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell so the next time I go live you get a notification to be able to pull up. Till then, y'all be good. I'll catch you next time.